Hello and welcome to a very special episode of the Gooners podcast, brought to you by Gooners versus Cancer today. My name is Mike. I'm here with the seed that I created 17 years ago. He's so proud to be my son. Jake, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm excited to do this draw. I enjoyed the tournament a lot last year, and I'm excited to get it started again.
Yeah, so last year's draws were kind of interesting. We horsed around a little bit, and we'll probably do the same thing this year. But I just wanted to welcome everybody to the tournament, whether you're watching this or not. It's a fun time. We do this for charity. We raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So far this year, through a couple of different events, including this tournament, we've raised almost $9,000. We're on our way to trying to do between $25,000 and $30,000 this year. So your help is appreciated, and hopefully we'll give you some fun, opportunity to win some great prizes. You might have to beat this guy if you've got an Xbox, but last year's semifinalists we had on the Xbox, Enrique Palacios, who did not rejoin the tournament this year. I guess third place was not good enough for him. Aspen and Felipe, who I think is in the chat. A valiant effort by Felipe, but not enough to win the battle of the teens with your champion from last year, this guy. All the money for first place did go back to the charity, by the way.
And second.
And second as well. Thank you, Felipe, for that. All right, and on the PlayStation, only two of our semifinalists are back. The winner from last year, Floris Zidgewind, Miguel Vieira, and Thierry Small. You can't be named Thierry Small, not do well in an Arsenal FIFA tournament, and then especially not come back and play this year. I don't understand. And Utsi Stretha is back with us again this year. So here are the rules. We got a little bit smaller field this year. I guess people are out and about. They're not stuck in their homes this year. So we've got 32 people exactly in the Xbox tournament, 26 in the PlayStation tournament. So we're going to do a group stage with 8 groups in each tournament. The FIFA, or I keep calling it FIFA, the Xbox will have 4 teams in each group, just like in the regular Champions League, and the top 2 will proceed to the elimination rounds. In the PlayStation group, we're going to have 6 groups of 3 teams and then 2 groups of 4. The top 2 teams will make it in, so we will have 16 of the 24 teams making it into the elimination stage. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to get started. We've just opened a couple of WhatsApp groups, one for the PlayStation, one for Xbox, and it's the best way for everybody to kind of stay in touch. Maybe a little bit of trash talk, but nothing mean. We're trying to keep it nice. It's a charitable event, and we'll break into the smaller groups so that we can kind of communicate about scheduling the games. Group stage starts tomorrow. I mean, you could start tonight if you really wanted to, but group stage starts as soon as the draw is done. And you know who your 2 or 3 group stage opponents are. You're going to play 2 games against each opponent, 1 home, 1 away. And in the emails, I'll send out the rules about kind of how you pick teams, and we want to make sure that it's even. So in the round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, they're going to be 2-legged matches. Again, 1 home, 1 away. The home team selects the team. You cannot use ultimate teams. What are they called? Foot teams? Is that what the kids are calling them these days? If you did, you would have no chance, because this guy spends his entire life buying and selling players and watching YouTube videos of dudes screaming curse words at the screen. So that's pretty much it. If you are not in the WhatsApp group, send me your phone number. I will post it on Twitter. No, I will add you to the WhatsApp group, and it'll be easier to communicate that way. So we already know that James in the chat is bailing from the tournament if he gets put in a group with Jake. That is not the spirit of competition, my friend. I'm embarrassed for you. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to randomize. We're going to start with the PlayStation draw first. So here comes the PlayStation draw. As with last year, we have groups named after Arsenal players. The PlayStation tournament is named after kind of players from the Invincible and post-Invincible era. And then we're going with the little old school late 80s, early 90s players from my era, because I'm an old AF mofo. And those are going to be the groups for the Xbox tournament. So without further ado, the PlayStation Tournament draw. The first group, Group Henri, will have 3 players in it. And those players...
And we'll start off by saying to anybody who thinks that there could have been any riggedness of last year.
Rigness. That is a word.
Whatever the word is.
Look,
there is no being rigged in this tournament. We have a random number generator, and we're going to be placing 3 different names into each group one by one, and we'll get started now. So the first number, and we have a player or a person in the player in the tournament.
We've got the list. I'm not going to hold this up because it does have phone numbers on it.
We're gonna draw a name that is associated with each player in the tournament, and the first number is going to be number 4, who is Nishant Dhruv.
Nishant is the first player drawn into Group Henri, and I just have to take a quick break to say, have you ever watched anything on YouTube more thrilling, more exciting
than this?
More lopsided as far as who of the 2 people on the screen are actually talking the most than this kind of entertainment?
And then it doesn't get better than this, honestly. If you don't hit a thumbs up, I don't know what you're doing here.
Yeah, I mean, thumbs up, or we're gonna have a problem.
You guys can't compete in the tournament if you don't like the video and subscribe.
We've already got some smack talking going on from Felipe in the chat. He's spent 360 days in a row practicing for this revenge. Again, PlayStation Group Henri. In Nishant's group will be
the next player is going to be the name that goes with number 7, who is Gibran Chadha. Also in Group Henri.
From Baltimore, will be going against Nishant. And the final member of Group Henri is going to be
the name that goes with number 22, which is going to be
Stacy Shapanik. Stacy Shapanik, whose name begins with the same letters as Chesney and then ends with Panic. All right, so that's Group Henri. We've got Nishant, Dhruv, Jiban, Chada, and Stacy Shapanik. We move on now to Group Bergkamp. This will be a popular group because Bergkamp was a popular dude.
Yeah.
And we have
number 5 is Austin Sanders. You will be in Group Bergkamp.
Austin Sanders.
If you don't score a goal like he did against Newcastle in this tournament, then you are failing yourself.
Yeah, you have to do that, even though I don't think you can.
I don't think that's possible because that was just too good of a goal, honestly.
Well, that and Bergkamp, I mean, you can't play with legends. So.
No, you can't.
All right.
It's not Ultimate Team. You can't use Bergkamp in this.
I always told my son not to play with legends, but he didn't listen. I don't know what that means. All right, Group Bergkamp, the second person involved in Group Bergkamp.
Number 6 now, right after number 5. Number 6 is going to be Hope Tambala.
Hope Tambala, who I believe is from the Washington, D.C. area, which is where we hail from. Although this draft is coming to you from a very secret location in Sarasota, Florida, at the Gooners versus Cancer FIFA tournament headquarters.
Yes.
In a dark hotel
as of 3 seconds ago, this is the new Gooners versus Cancer FIFA headquarters in a very disclosed location.
It is.
All right.
So we've got Hope and Austin, and the last player is Juan Sebastian, who is the final player that entered the tournament just about an hour ago. Got in under the wire there.
Edged it in there.
So Group Bergkamp again, Austin Sanders, Hope Tambala, Juan Sebastian, and of course we have to apologize in advance for all the mispronunciations we're making. My name is Mike.
Maybe that
Hakub.
Yeah, Hakub. And we have a message in the chat from somebody who is claiming they will score a Bergkamp-esque goal, and maybe this is somebody from that group.
I would say it's probably Austin Sanders based on the name. So
yep.
Austin's in the chat. We've got Baby Ham AFC. Nothing I like more than Baby Ham, despite being Jewish.
And maybe we'll see that goal that Austin is saying he'll score live on Twitch. You guys are encouraged to stream your games on Twitch, and in the group chats that you'll have, you're encouraged to send your Twitch handles in there as well.
Yeah, some of you have done that. If you haven't, send me your Twitch handles. We'll tweet them out so that all of our tens of followers can watch them. Our tens and tens of followers. Okay, Felipe is coming for his revenge as well. That should be interesting. The next group we have is Group Pires. Handsome Frenchman Maybe we'll have some handsome Frenchmen in his group. Although
I don't
I'm
think
looking
there's
at
any
names, I
Frenchmen
don't really.
in this tournament.
There was a guy from France who signed up and then he never made his donation. So when you don't make your donation, I
You
can't
snooze,
have
you
in.
lose.
I can't have you in.
All right.
Group Perez,
Number 10. This is going to be. Is that an L? You go for it.
Yulber Bergia. Yulber. Very good, Yulber.
I beg to differ with that message that Warzone is better. I do not.
Oh, Ryan, come on now.
Can't be playing a FIFA tournament saying that Call of Duty game is better. Come on.
Okay, so Group Perez, Yulber Bergia, and the next one, number 14.
Number 14, the famous number 14, Siddharth Nair.
Siddharth Nair. All right, Siddharth. You are in the hizzle of Perez. One more in Group Perez.
Number 1, which is Miguel Lopez, a returning player.
Miguel Lopez. Gotta love a name like Miguel. And yeah, so we have Group Perez with Yulber Bergia, Siddharth Nair, and Miguel Lopez. Next, we move on to Group Wright. Who could not love Ian Wright, with the exception of the time that he made an ill-advised comment about American Arsenal supporters not being proper, but we've forgiven him for that. We're not going to hold it against him, and we put him in the tournament because the man is a legend.
We have in the next group, possibly
hopefully on the podcast at some
possibly
point in the near
a family member of someone in the last group. We've got number 2. We've got Nikhil Nair.
Possibly a family member. You're possibly a family member of mine. We haven't confirmed that.
We still don't know quite yet.
He's way
very
too
likely
handsome and way too skinny to be in my family, but I'm still going.
It's
with
possible.
It. All right.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. Also in Group Right.
Number 12. This is going to be Kavan Bavin.
Kavan Bavin.
Into Group
Right. Righty. Nikhil Nair, Kavan Bavin. Of
Final
course, we'll be
player.
sending all these out via various social media and carrier pigeon methods.
The final member in Group Right is going with the number 25, who is going to be Tommy Cardinal.
Tommy Cardinal, that's right. And, something has been pointed out by a certain Richmond mofo. Tommy Wright was not an invincible or post-invincible player. You are absolutely correct. He probably belongs in the other one, but I got excited. So that's going to be my excuse.
When Mike gets excited, something stuff happens.
Oh, God. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
Number 24. All right. We're going to move on to the next group now.
I thought I locked the door that day. All right. This is getting weird. This is for charity. All right. This is not the Gooners podcast normal show. All right. So now we have, oh my God, yes. Your name pronunciation is going to be fun. Group Vieira. Jimmy, is he an invincible? I mean, do I get to use Vieira at least? I mean, is it okay with you if I use Vieira in this situation? Have I probably spelled it wrong as well? But in fact, I think I actually have spelled it wrong.
Spelled what?
I don't know. Vieira always trips me up a little bit. Okay, Group Vieira. We've got. That was a long time ago.
All right.
We got 14 people left to be picked here.
Starting off in Group Vieira, we have Fisayo Roberts.
The Fizzmaster. Fisayo Roberts.
I don't know if I showed, but 24. That's the number. Next in that group, in the Vieira group, we have number 13, who is Andrew Vitali.
Andrew
Vital.
Vital. I'm going with.
3 different ones there. Surely one of them.
All right. We got people on the WhatsApp just going off on my watch. We've got Tommy Cardinal, loving Group Right. All right. Group Vieira, Fisayo Roberts, Andrew Vital, and
the final member in that group is number 9. It is going to be Scott Small.
Scott Small. If I remember correctly, he made it pretty far in the tournament last year.
I do remember because there could have been a small derby.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I think Thierry Small got to the semis. Scott Small did not, but they came close. It's going to be a small derby.
Hopefully, yeah. I think we will.
All right. The next one, probably the only real post invincible, Group Cazorla.
The little magician.
Probably the only guy that really deserves to be in this group as far as his belovedness is concerned. I thought, he was great while he was healthy, and we wish he would have stayed healthy. But in any case, I've been told to be put in here. To put Group Cazorla in here. And we've got 3 members of Group Cazorla.
The first of whom is number 17, Alex Vanden Bogaard.
Vanden Bogaard, very good. Alex Vanden Bogaard, VDB. Which
By the way, Austin, I hope
VDB is like a combination of VVD and KDB, and he's probably.
It's not looking good for that one, Austin, is it?
Yeah.
I'd love to get him, but it's not looking like we're gonna get that player. Right
I think Austin thought this was the show where I have Charles Watts on, which should be soon. But yeah, we're
doesn't look like we're signing Alwar.
No, I don't think we're signing anyone. We're signing Jake. Is who we're signing.
Yeah.
All right, Group Cazorla, the second member, along with Alex VDB, is let's see,
another returning player here.
Let's see, Srethya. Now, if I had more hands, I would be putting the players' names up on the screen, but I can't do that. Write down things all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want from me? Come on, seriously.
We're doing the best we can.
Okay.
All right.
And then the final member of Group Cazorla is
number 8. That is going to be Isaac Oyer.
Isaac Oyer. I think that's an entire group of returning players from last year. Now, 8 to go. These groups will be groups of 4. I apologize to those in groups of 3 that you only get 4 group games instead of 6. Obviously, you're free to play each other extra times if you want, but that's kind of how the cookie crumbled. Group Youngberg. Sorry. Youngberg.
The ones getting to go into the group of Freddie is going to be first number 21, which is going to be Wasiu Adiuson.
Wasiu. Welcome to Group Youngberg.
Next in Group Youngberg is going to be Abby Sieg.
Abby Sieg. All righty, perfect. And then
we got the
third member in Group Frederick
is going to be Floris Zidjewine.
Oh, last year's returning champion, Floris Zidjewine. Abby and Wasiu, that is not a particularly lovely draw for you, but someone's got to play the champ.
Someone's got to play the champ, and the third player in this group to be playing against the champ is number 18, and that is going to be Justin Hamilton. You will be playing the champ of the first annual tournament.
Will you be the champ? Will you be the chump? How is that going to go?
That's a very good choice.
Jimmy is correct. In fact, one of the little-known rules of this tournament, because it is really only in its second year, is that members of Group Lundberg do have to play in their Calvin Klein briefs. They also have to shave all their hair off because, you want to either look like Freddie or like me. Those are the two things you really want in life, I think. So that rounds up Group Lundberg. We've got 4 players left, and they are going to be members of Group. This guy's a legend both on and off the pitch. Met him back in Denver, which was an honor, and his name is Ray Parler. Group Parler is made up of 4 players, of whom their names are Jimmy DeSalle. Jimmy, welcome to Group Parler. You have to have a beer for each half of each game that you play in the spirit of Ray Parler.
Next up in Group Parler is going to be Joel Falcon Smith, 15.
Joel Falcon Smith.
By the way, Gibron, we are never going to have that man's name in a group tournament for Gooners versus Cancer.
No,
we do not like him on this channel.
No Granite Jaka for me. Not signing him to a new contract.
Next in this group, 16 following 15, it's going to be James Ott. You will also be in Group Parler.
This is a group full of people whose names start with J. That is very unusual. Jimmy,
and it is not likely to finish that way.
Jimmy, Joel, James, and...
It is not, because Yidu Wang is the 4th member and final member into the PS5/4 drawing.
Love me some Yidu. Yidu showed up in Orlando despite the team not showing up in Orlando. Good to see him. And so that rounds up.
I don't disagree with you, Kareem. He is now a club legend.
That rounds up the PlayStation draw. So we've got 26 players. I'm going to be splitting you guys up into separate WhatsApp groups. So stay tuned. A little bit after the draft, you'll be put into those separate groups. You can start communicating with each other. And again, any rule questions, anything you need, just reach out to me either on Twitter, DM at the Gooners Pod or at Gooners v Cancer on WhatsApp. I've given you guys my phone number. I'm certainly not going to say it on this thing because other people might be watching who are going to want me. So tell Mom to watch out.
What are you doing?
That would be the worst decision.
Someone make him stop talking.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, sometimes I just talk.
Yeah, he goes off on a tangent.
All right, so that's the PlayStation. Next, coming up, the Xbox tournament. You good to see you in the chat, mate.
Some would say it's the superior console. UPS4 players will not agree with me at all.
It's weird because when you were looking for a console, all of the people that I spoke to were like, why do you get the Xbox? And yet every year the Xbox tournament is larger. The Xbox people are cooler. Oh, wait, did I just really say that?
I mean, I guess it's true because, I guess we'll find out who the cool guys are in this draw right here.
All right. So I know we've got some Xbox people
is
in this
clear.
house.
Oscar, I agree with you. It is definitely there.
Yeah, let's
Some people know about that.
Let's take a quick chat search. We got Jimmy saying Jake knows game. Oscar saying Xbox is clear. We've got Kareem in here talking about
we will not be rigging this, and it was not rigged last year either.
Look, man, if you get drawn against Felipe, you get drawn against Felipe. That's all I got to say. It sounds like you're a little scared of him.
Indeed.
We've got Gibran in the chat. We've got Austin Sanders in the chat. Yidu's in the house. Gibran again.
For sure, a future club legend in soccer here. But
for a guy that isn't necessarily an Arsenal fan, that's a nice comment from him. And one more thing, it almost came home. And last night it did come home. The Gold Cup came home.
To the United States there.
And then this morning it went away.
Yeah, it went away because
of the women's.
Yeah.
Got Christian in the chat talking some smack. All right. Now let's get going. We got we've somehow turned something that should take 5 minutes into something that's going to take 45 minutes. That is the Gooners podcast.
We got the smack talk going on in the chat. I like it. Let's leave it. Let's leave it to the FIFA stadiums though.
Yeah. Let's leave it.
You guys can prove your worth once you get into the games. All right.
Okay. Group stage for the Xbox. The first group will be Group Dixon. Lee Dixon, very cool guy, very good, big supporter of Gooners versus Cancer.
You've talked to him numerous times.
He's my mate. And
some of us are friends with Lee Dixon.
Some of us. One of the two.
You'll be hearing him in the tournaments. You'll hear his beautiful voice in the games and
his dulcet tones. Although not going forward, you won't.
Not next year, you won't. We're going to be getting some new.
You know who's
more crappy commentators.
Hey, he's being replaced by another Gooners podcast alumnus, Stuart Robson. So only people who have been on the Gooners podcast are announcers on FIFA. It's true. Lee Dixon, Alan Smith. Derek Ray.
You gotta get Martin Tyler.
Alan Smith, Derek Ray.
Lee Dixon as well.
All right. And Derek Ray.
All right. And Alan Smith.
Let's go with this here.
All right. Alan Smith.
All right.
The pro clubs is not the same as the FIFA tournaments.
Don't get distracted by these youngsters in the chat. Okay,
some of these guys,
these little, these whippersnappers, as they used to be called.
All right, so we're gonna get started with the Xbox tournament right now.
Right.
I'm sure none of you want to be playing against me, but unfortunately, 3 of you will. Fortunately for me,
the guy you're gonna want to be playing against is Tom Canton. Last year, Tom rage quit and
uninstalled,
then uninstalled the game, and then rage through the thing through his
went out the window.
His window, yeah. And then he rage got engaged, and now he's going to rage get married next year to a rage beautiful woman. So, all right. So anyway, good things can happen to you once you throw your Xbox out the window, but I wouldn't recommend it. All right, let's get going.
Some would say life even gets better after the Xbox goes out of the window.
That's right.
No more rage.
Maybe someday you'll find out.
All right.
Group Dixon. You have to change it to 32.
Right.
I have to tell my son what to do.
All right, we are all ready. All set to begin here. 1 second. All right, we are all set to start here. And the first person in the group of Dixon will be number 3. This is going to be Jimmy Robson.
Jimmy Robson in the chat. Mr. NN Gooner, you are the first player in Group Dixon, or as we now call it because you're in it, Group Dicko.
All right, and Will Will Jimmy Robson be withdrawing from the tournament right when the group stages begin?
He's
Let's
got
see.
like a 1 in 10 chance of having to withdraw from
All
the
right,
tournament.
here. Next player is going to be number 19, which is Darren Reeds.
Darren Reeds. I believe Darren resides in the UK. So from a scheduling standpoint, just keep that in mind. Darren Reeds, second man in Group Dixon. Third in Group Dixon is
number 21, which is going to be
Stefan Selby. I know that Jimmy knows Stefan, and Stefan also residing in the UK. So this group is turning up pretty interesting. Jimmy's got some friends over there, one of whom I think is Stefan. So that should be some good some good bants, as the kids call it these days as well. Next
13 is the next one, which is Darren White.
Darren White.
We have a Darren Darby in the group stages.
Darren White also in the UK. That's actually probably going to work out pretty well for scheduling as long as Jimmy
Robson is not withdrawing out of the group stages.
Sorry, because I think Jimmy can play during the day because he can't possibly have a job.
No, there's no way.
Yeah,
it's not possible.
Okay.
All right. So basically, just to let you guys know, yours truly is number 5. So if you hear that, then you might want to run. You might want to run. You might want to withdraw.
You're really building this up to the point where it's going to be a miserable night when he gets knocked out of this tournament.
I'll probably lose in the group stages, guys. It's all right. All right. So we are going to get into the next group, which will be group.
You may not like this guy as a coach.
Group Bould.
What a player. Group Bould. And
very good defender for us in the past.
He deserved a better send off, but maybe one day. Group Bould will consist of.
We've got 11, which is Andrew Ojeda.
Who is probably physically the closest to where we are right now. I think Andrew's in the Florida area, maybe Tampa. We are in Sarasota at the moment. Next in Group Bould.
Kareem, you'll just have to find out what number you are. All right, next up in Group Bould is going to be 25, Tom McEwing.
Tom McEwing, another one of our UK-based Xbox players. Seems to be a lot of UK-based Xbox players, and they're almost all already in the draw. So Andrew Ojeda, Tom McEwing. Kareem, you are number what number is Kareem? Kareem's number 17 because
number 6 is next into that group.
Trethan. I do not have a last name for Trethan, but Trethan is now in Group Bould.
We have heard that Andrew Ojeda is in Tampa, so he is pretty close to. We were just in Tampa, actually.
Yeah, we were.
And now we're in an undisclosed location at the Gooners' Cancer headquarters.
Yeah, we were at the Busch Gardens in Tampa 2 days ago, and
ruining our bodies.
My feet and my legs have been destroyed.
We ruined our bodies. All right, next up, final member of that group is Tom Canton with his other UK boys, right? How many UK guys?
Tom, Trethan, and Andrew. All right, so Tom Canton, is that a good draw for Rage or a bad draw? We'll have to see. So Group Bould is in the completion stage. So yeah, all right. Group Bould is complete, and we move on to Group Tony Adams.
One of the best captains in Premier League history, undoubtedly. You can't deny that.
Frankly, Tony Adams could have fit in either one of these. So could have Lee Dixon really fit into either one of these groups. But when I think of Tony Adams, I think of 1989. That's just me.
Our captain. All right. Into that group first up is going to be number 8, which is Bert Fitzpatrick. Also a returning member of one of our past tournaments as well.
Yeah, Bert Fitzpatrick.
Welcome into Group Adams.
Bert Fitzpatrick is in Group Adams, along with...
We have said already, Oscar, the tournament is going to be streamed by whoever is willing to stream their games on Twitch, because they will be dropping their Twitch handles into the individual group chats if they'd like to stream.
They're going to be sliding,
streaming, though.
Will they be sliding their Twitch handles into our DMs?
I sure hope so. I encourage you all guys to give your Twitch handles.
I encourage all guys to slide into my dad's DMs.
No. He's saying it, not me. All right. Next into Group Adams with Bert is going to be...
Are you going to play Xbox and chill?
Next into that group, this guy. Who knew I would be more mature than my father? All right.
That happened.
Number 24, Tyler Stevenson, another returning member of the FIFA 20 tournament. Welcome to Group Adams, Tyler.
Now, there is a pack of teenage footballing gamers that lives in the vicinity of my house, aka Jake's Jake's mates, his lads.
There's a few of them in
And
here that
none
have
of
not
them
gotten
have
drawn
been
yet.
picked, which leads me to believe we're going to see a repeat of last year where we have at least 2 or 3 folks going against each other there. So
We don't need any rigged comments, Kareem, all right?
No,
Because we've shown you guys that there is no rigging going on here.
zero rigness.
Zero
whatsoever.
rigness, yes. All right. Next into group Adams.
Negative rigness.
Next into group Adams. Will it be any of the aforementioned people? It is going to be number 17, which is Kareem Nator. Will Kareem be in any will he be in the group with any of our mates? We'll see.
We got
The fourth
Bert,
player.
Tyler Stevenson, Kareem
It's a
Nator,
full group of players from the last tournament as well.
and
Will the final member be another returning player? Number 22. It is not. Peter Pham.
Peter Pham.
No more rigged messages, Kareem. Why are you saying that in the chat? No more rigged messages.
I don't know. When you say it's being rigged and you don't even know who your opponents are, that
Christian's scared.
tells you something.
He's nervous that he might get into a group with some of his lads.
Tells
Let's
you
see
something.
right here. All
Right.
right.
Next
up.
Oh, sorry. We need to change this to Group Winterburn.
We've got a famous Arsenal fullback here.
That's our back four right there. Best back four. I mean, you could argue that once Saul Campbell came into the situation, but that back four.
It's
man,
confirmed not rigged, everybody. It's confirmed not rigged by Kareem Nator.
we do not have a back four like this anymore. Group Winterburn.
Now we've got Ben White for 50 million. All right, here we go.
I'm not complaining about that.
Number 23 in this group, we've got Jeremiah McLemore or Macklemore, one of the two. We've got a few Macs in here.
Macklemore.
All right. Next into that group,
We
is
have Macklemore. That is actually Macklemore from Thrift Shop.
Hey,
How does that go?
Macklemore, can we go thrift shopping? What? All right. Some of you guys in chat know that song. Let's see it. All right, here we go. Number 29 into that group, we've got Eric Musselman.
Eric Musselman.
We don't need to be exposing my place of work in the chat.
Oh,
we don't like that over there.
Yeah. No.
I don't know what that place is. All right, here we go. Next into that group is going to be 18, Rocky Santos.
Rocky Santos is in the
Group Winterburn.
All right.
The final member in Group Winterburn is going to be number 27, which is Kristen Orellana.
One of the pack.
We're spreading out members of the pack here. No rig messages.
What's it? What are you? The squad? The chat?
Yeah,
Whatever
it's called something. We've got some chats.
All right. So Group Winterburn consists of Jeremiah McLemore, Eric Musselman, Rocky Santos, and Christian Orellana. I don't know, Christian. You got to go against a guy named Musselman and Rocky. That's probably
And the creator of the Thrift Shop song.
Yeah, you're
It's the Macklemore. Yes, Gibran, it is the Macklemore.
you're in trouble. You are in trouble.
And we do indeed have Kieran Tierney, who, if you did not believe that he'll be a future captain, you're bugging, lad.
Now, all kidding aside,
You're bugging.
My favorite Arsenal player of all time, someone who I miss terribly, become friends with his son. He appears on the podcast every once in a while, and it's just a class family. So no jokes here. Group Rocastle.
May you rest in peace.
I love you. All right.
All right. We've got 4 groups left here, and we're gonna.
I'd like you to be in. You would be a good representative of Group Rocastle until you open your mouth during one of your games, and then
I might just lose. All
fall out
right.
the window.
So,
All right, Group Rocastle. Who do we got?
all right. First in this group, we've got
Number 7.
7, who is Parth.
Parth
Currently getting a
Rajway.
FaceTime from the lads in the group, and I'm declining it. You guys will have to wait to hear my voice until after the draw is concluded.
I
Sorry.
just couldn't believe that this could possibly be live broadcast.
They
because
are
of the
they are
quality
they are
of this
trying to
broadcast.
confirm to each other that is not rigged because they are not getting put in the same group as each other.
Okay.
All right.
Parth.
Next in this group,
Group Rocastle.
number 5, which is yours truly,
Yes.
Jake Feinberg. I will be playing against Parth. I'm not sure if I played against him at all in the last tournament, but he was indeed in the last tournament. So, will we get another player in this tournament?
You're gonna make Rocky proud, my friend.
All right.
All right.
Will we get another returning member of this tournament?
Need a moment.
All right.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. That nice moment, man. All right.
I just
So
rolled.
will we-
I just rolled over the Fritos. I think.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Will we be getting another returning member in this group?
Oh, if Felipe gets drawn here, we could have a finals.
14 inches Asvin.
Asvin.
Semi-final
Oh.
matchup there from the last tournament.
Whoa, that could be
Semifinal matchup. This is a group of death here.
That could be trouble for you.
This looks like a group of death. If Felipe gets in here, semifinal, 3 out of 4 semifinalists or something like that.
I don't know.
All
Aspen's probably been playing a lot of FIFA, and as a 16 and now 17-year-old, you've probably just been, playing a lot of other things.
Once again, much less mature than I am. All right. If we are seeing number 16 right here, this could be the biggest group of death that has ever come.
This could be a problem, but it is because it is random. Here we go.
And I will see this is number 14, which is Asvin. And if we see number 16 here, the rig messages could be coming back, but it is not. It is going to be MK Liebman in the final member of that group. We've got 3 returning players in that group.
MK Liebman, Mary Kate from Los Angeles. That will be fun. Now she has mentioned that she. And this could be, pool sharks.
She could be bluffing.
She could be bluffing. She says, she's entering this for the fun of it. But watch her just be like an absolute, maybe she's used to playing against champions.
Yeah.
And she just doesn't feel that she's that good because she's playing against the guy that you were watching streaming and cursing all the time.
And no matter what everybody says about their skill in the tournament, it's up for grabs now.
Yeah, it is. Speaking of up for grabs now. We're going to go with Group Thomas, Michael Thomas.
Up for grabs now.
And if you win this group, you have to roll around on the ground like a fish, like he did after he scored the most famous goal in Arsenal history, which was on May 26, 1989, as some people will know. Group Thomas will consist of
number 1, who is Ryan Cost.
Ryan Cost in the house.
We had him in the chat earlier, I believe.
Saw him in the chat. You, I believe, met him at the Globe in Chicago when we were watching a game a few years back.
Maybe.
If
you say so.
Yeah, we did.
All right, cool. You are into that group, Thomas.
All right.
Ryan. Next into that group with Ryan is going to be Daniel Wiggins into group. It's up for grabs now. Thomas.
Daniel Wiggins, a.k.a. the Wig Master. I have no idea if he goes by that or not. I've never met the guy. All right, Daniel Wiggins, Ryan Cost, and
Edwin Orozco, who is, I believe, another returning member of the tournament.
Suddenly with the enunciations there. Edwin Orozco, Daniel Wiggins, and Ryan Cost will be joined in Group Thomas by.
I know how to do my pronunciations. Nobody say otherwise. All right, number 12. That is going to be Daniel Robert.
Daniel Robert.
We've got 2 Daniels in this group. Once again, we've got a Daniel Darby. We've got a Tom Darby. We've got some Darby's.
I will say that Daniel Robert has messaged me earlier today and says that he may need to withdraw from the tournament because of his work schedule. And so I said, well, get in there. And if you can't play, you can't play. So Ryan Cost, Daniel Wiggins, Edwin Orozco, do your best to try to schedule with Daniel if you can, but don't be surprised if he has to bail and you guys might have a little bit of a bye.
We've got 2 groups left, and we've got 2 teenage Virginians left into the.
He said Virginians, like
from Virginia. From Virginia. No. I mean, we don't know if they're the other thing, but it's all right. You
probably do know.
No, you can't be talking about about being immature in this thing, really. in this mofo.
Okay,
all right.
Let's just also point out something that Gibran said, which is that number 7 Parth was the first man picked in the Rocky group, which of course. Rocky owned that number 7 whenever he played on the pitch, despite it not being his number like they do now.
It is possible that Felipe and Matthew Crosby end up being in the same group. We've got 2 groups left, and they are both very fun humans that my father is just mates with.
Yeah, very fun people, very good supporters of the Gooners podcast and of the charity. We'll start with Group Smudge, Alan Smith. What a underrated player.
If you guys played in this tournament last year, you'll have heard his voice in the commentating of FIFA 20, and unfortunately, we don't have his voice there anymore.
All right, so Alan Smith
in that group,
in the house. Who will be in his house in this tournament?
We got 26, who is Braden Metters.
Braden Metters,
new player in the tournament there.
Looks to be from the Atlanta-ish area, Georgia, but I could be wrong on that.
Next up in that group, we've got number 10, who is Alex Elamio Ochoa, player in the last tournament as well.
Yeah, I just have Alex Elamilo. You actually remembered that he's Alex Elamilo, which is,
I pay attention.
People get to know each other through these tournaments. So
next up in that group, we've got Marco Cummings, and we've got one name left before we will realize if we do have Matthew and Felipe from Virginia in the same group.
That's true. All right.
Will we have them in the same group? The answer is no, we will not, because Felipe Terran has been drawn into the group. Smudge, Felipe, you play the same position as him. You've got a name to live up to there. No, he doesn't. I forgot that Smudge was not a center
You
back.
play the same position.
I play the same position as him. Sorry, guys. I know everything about Arsenal. Trust me. It's all right.
Felipe plays in the
No, Christian, it's not. Christian, it's not happening. I'm sorry, buddy. It's not happening.
It did not happen to you. All right. It didn't happen for you, I mean. And last but not least,
now he's realizing it.
Perry Groves. If you watch the Arsenal game on Arsenal.com, these preseason games that cost $147,000, you've been hearing Perry Groves' excellent commentary. He's a fun guy. Don't mean that in the like the fungus sense. He's actually a fun guy. All right, Group Groves.
First up in that group, we've got Matthew Crosby drawing right after Felipe, but not in the same group.
Matthew Crosby.
We have another confirmation from Felipe that is not rigged.
All right.
We do not have a rigged tournament.
It's not rigged until you tell me the scores of your games, and I just ignore them, and I put you down for an L.
Yeah. You're walking L. This side, walking L. We don't need you supporting other teams in the chat.
All right.
Number 2, which is something that
Pratik.
Yeah, Pratik Mali, another returning member in number 2 there.
Have you lost your composure all of a sudden?
All right. For some reason, million generation attempts.
All right. Well, at this point, the random number generator is not working, but we can pretty much figure out who's still left. And one of them is, and he said earlier.
Good luck pronouncing his name, and we're going to do our best. And we're sorry if we're.
You get started with.
All right. I'm going to go with Iswaran Ramamurthy.
Excellent.
And you're going to have to. I think I might have done it correctly, and you can let me know in the chat, and you can send me your donation for that right there.
It's $25 to be in the tournament, and then it's $25
if I get your name right.
If you get your name right.
I believe the last player is going to be
we got
Peter Pham, right?
No, I think it might be Daniel Mortimer.
Peter Pham.
No, Peter Pham's already in there.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he is already in there. Daniel Mortimer.
Daniel
Mortimer is the last member into group Harry Groves.
All right,
good lad that I am lucky to have met with my father.
So,
thank you.
Did you?
I did meet. No, it was not Perry Groves. I believe it was Ray Parley. It was Ray Parley. My bad.
All right, so that's the groups. We will be setting up the WhatsApp groups for the individual groups. At this point, just reach out to your once you get the people's information in WhatsApp, reach out, schedule your games, let me know the final scores and what teams you use. The brief rules are: if you're the home team, you pick any
star
team.
Level.
No foot teams, no ultimate teams. You just pick any star level. It can be men's, women's, national teams, club teams, but whatever star level that team is, the away team has to choose someone in the exact same star level or lower if they really wanted to. But they can't choose anybody higher.
I'm not even sure that if you choose the U.S. women's team, I don't believe there's another star level of women's national team, so you might not even be able to do that, but I might be wrong.
Well, but in any case, we want to make sure that
it's got to be fair,
even, but you can use whoever you want, and if and we'll talk about the elimination stage later because there's some special rules for that. Draws are draws, no extra time, no penalties, and other than that, if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you all for donating to Gooners versus Cancer. We appreciate it. Means a lot. It's been a great summer of fundraising already. We're going to be in Las Vegas for Football Fest 2021, raising more money, and then you're all going to be entered into the big raffle that happens later in the summer, probably open up later in August, with all the different prizes like team signed shirts, legend signed jerseys, game tickets, and a lot more than that. That you'll be able to enter to win, and you're already going to be entered with one raffle ticket from entering this tournament. You're certainly free to donate more if you'd like. So
I stand corrected by Jimmy Robson. Apparently, the U.S. women's team with Alex Morgan and Megan Rapinoe, they're just too good. So I guess we could see a Alex Morgan versus Kylian Mbappe affair in the group stages here if you choose to use the women's national team.
If that's what you're into. So yeah, if you're still watching, it's been 45 minutes of you wasting your life. I don't really.
I hope you didn't.
why
I
you've
hope
done
you weren't here the whole time, but I know you guys just love seeing some
inappropriate,
uncomfortable, inappropriate Feinbergs talking on the yeah.
But anyway,
If you do choose India and you use it throughout the whole tournament and you win, you might just get an extra prize.
Yeah.
Good luck doing that.
I think the one time I played FIFA,
I played India and my dad played like France or
France
something, and I won.
Beat me like 8-1 because I couldn't figure out the controller. So that's my level.
Oh, you meant France women's team. All right.
It wouldn't have mattered what team I played. India kicked my ass that game because I was controlling them. So
yeah, I don't remember any of the players I used for India, but
all right.
So anyway,
thanks for joining us. Thanks for being part of this, and stay tuned for more information coming on WhatsApp, and that's about it. And if you want, tune into the Gooners podcast. It's not the charity, but it's a fun podcast. If you're not watching it already and you're over 18, then come on and watch the Gooners podcast because we have some good guests coming on over the next few weeks. It should be interesting. And
I've been called to try hard now.
We might even be talking about Arsenal, and you are a try hard.
All right, so you guys are welcome if you can to start playing your games tonight. I know some 17-year-old friends in the chat would like to start playing tonight if they can get in contact with their opponents, and if you can, then you're welcome to start playing tonight and get to it. And we're going to be emailing the results to you, right?
That's right.
All right.
We're gonna try hard, and we're gonna try really hard to get them out to you tonight. Again.
You guys can get in contact. All right.
All right. Bet. Thanks for joining us.
My dad's hopping on the trend there. Right. Come on, you Gooners.